Hey everybody, welcome to Leon's Chainsaw Parts and Repair. Looking at Gary's Homelite 420 here. What a pain in the neck this one's been. Gary, you're 2 for 2. You guys remember... Why the hell this thing's doesn't looking level? There we go. You guys remember, about 2 years ago I would say, I did a Mall 2MG. I'm just guessing it was 2 years. But anyway, that one was one of the biggest pains in the neck ever, just trying to find parts for it. The coil was bad. So my buddy DJ ended up coming up with a whole part saw that he wasn't going to have time to mess with. So I used what I needed off of it to get Gary's saw going. And yeah, here we come to this 420 that he sent me. And I'll be honest, it sat in the box for a while because I just had this sneaking feeling that when I got it out, it was going to be a pain in the wazoo, and it was. So this is an early one. They had a Wico ignition system that was available on these early ones. In fact, I think it was more common. Well, that ran for about a year or so. And then they switched over to the Phelon setup that we're all very familiar with, at least on these bigger saws, all the way up to the 1050. And yeah, so it had no spark. There was rotten, we're talking like syrup fuel in the tank. Carburetor was all gummed up. Got down into it, tried cleaning the points, that didn't work. Was able to replace the condenser. Thankfully I had one of these things in stock. Actually, I've got a couple more in stock. But finding that coil, no dice. So I put it together enough to test it, got some spark, looked pretty good too. Got it all back together, was ready to fire it, and in the process of routing the spark plug cable under here, I thought I felt something in that cable break, and sure as crap, there was a weak spot where the insulation had rotted and that cable just snapped right off. So all the way back apart again. Got a good splice on that because this is not one that'll unscrew. So the way I did it was strip off about a 1/2 inch of wire on either side, twist it together good, fold it over on itself, jam the two pieces together. One layer of heat shrink, good layer of electrical tape, another layer of heat shrink, away we go. And it actually worked out pretty damn well. So this has been sitting here about 15 minutes since I ran it last. Has no muffler guts, so it's going to be loud. Let's see if it'll restart. If it knows what's good for it, it will. Ah yes, those starter balls are fun. They haven't been that persnickety so far. I'll explain this ridiculous choke in a minute. That may or may not work like this. Come on. Okay. So, obviously it needs the muffler guts. I was just on eBay and on my website and I found everything between the two, amazingly. So I've got all that stuff ordered. What you end up with is a wire mesh insert, or actually, first it's a screen. perforated metal screen, then the wire mesh, then a cap that screws on right here, and then the heat shield that slips over and has a screw that runs down, and it'll aim the exhaust this way if I remember correctly. So that's all coming. That's really the last thing that this needs. I had kept the starter cover off because I actually have some reproduction covers I want to demo. But I want to make sure I've got all the information about who sells them, where you can find him, and all of that. But you can see this is actually a pretty clean saw. But when I do that demo, I'll test fit it to the saw, and I'll have, like I say, the eBay name, all that stuff, so that, yeah, so that you can get acquainted with him. But what the hell? Might as well do a teaser. This isn't the one with the clips. The one with the clips is in the house. This is for the early style, but look how nice that looks. And the only thing you got to do is get that stupid recoil spring out of the way, and then that would snap right on. You throw a little paint on one of those. Haha, yeah, you'd never know the difference. So anyway, but that is a separate video. So Gary, I hope you like where things are going with this. One of the parts is coming from New York. So it'll probably be another good solid week or so. Hopefully by next weekend, all that stuff will be here. And I can get this together and give it one final test run. And man, I'll get it heading back your way. Reclaim some floor space in my garage.